Are you guys ready for the next comic? Then I want you guys to get up nice and loud, please. Lots of love for Matt Watts.
What's up, Palm Coast? I'm gonna scream at you for 15 minutes. Just so like one guy outside can hear. I gotta scream over the Led Zeppelin cover band outside. How you guys doing tonight, huh? You good? A light. There's nothing really to see here, trust me. It's better off in the dark, that's what all the ladies tell me. But anyways, you know, a lot of comedians come up to the stage. Oftentimes they like the MC to give them a nice little introduction, you know, when they come up. But honestly, I'm kind of against the introduction to my set because I'm always worried that my intro would severely ruin the vibe of the comedy show. Like, ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen this next comedian buying a bag of weed behind a 7-Eleven. Please give it up for a guy you've never heard of. Like, woo! Glad we came out here tonight. But I actually have opened for Jerry Seinfeld before, which is pretty cool, right? Thank you very much. Have to admit, I wasn't scheduled to open for Jerry. I was just at one of his shows sitting in the front row, and just before he walked out on stage, I stood up and yelled out a joke. 2 people laughed, so that shit's on the resume. That's right. I travel a lot. My favorite place in this country is most certainly the South, because the South is the most interesting, you know? Like, for example, this is the only place where you know a guy who drives a $50,000 truck and lives in a $200 trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, I got a mullet, I sleep on a bean bag, I eat Hungry Man dinners, but who gives a crap? My truck's got the Eddie Bauer package. Yeehaw! Yeah. But I've also discovered the world's easiest job ever created in the history of mankind. This job would be the Floridian meteorologist. You know, because this guy says the same thing every day. So what's the weather going to be like? Well, it's going to be hot. 90% chance of rain, activity in the tropics, and I'm also having sex with the sports guy's wife. Back to you. Yeah. Anyways, we do get a lot of hurricanes down here in Florida, right? You know? And here's the thing, nobody takes them seriously, you know? They're like, hey, let's go have a hurricane party, you know? But here's my theory on this, guys, is the names that they give these hurricanes. Like, who the hell's ever been intimidated by anyone named Gene, Floyd, or Francis? You know what I'm saying? Like, they should reconsider the names. Like, hey, everyone, you might want to pack your shit and get out of here. Hurricane torrential hellfires on the loose. Oh, what's that? Followed by tropical storm anal raper. I don't think anybody wants to stick around for that one. Yeah. Guys, I just turned 40 last month. I just turned 40 years old. Thank you for the no clapping. I know. But, you know, the thing is, I can tell I'm getting older, you know, like things are changing. Like the other day, I went to a party, and I was the only one there snorting lines of BC powder. You know, they call these kids are like doing the coke. I'm like, I got arthritis, man. Back off. This is how I party. But I remember like when I was like 20 years old in my 20s, I got drunk for the first time, and that felt pretty good. And then in my 30s, I smoked pot for the first time, and that was okay. But then the other day, I put on an icy hot back patch. I gotta tell you, that was the best buzz I've ever had. I can certainly make a habit out of that one. Yeah. But I was a little bit like kind of afraid to turn 40, you know? I was like a little afraid of it. And all my friends were like, dude, don't worry about it, man. 40 is the new 30, you know? I was like, that's bullshit. And they're like, why? I said, here's why. Because I'm not married. I don't have any kids. And 10 years ago, if I were to tell a woman that, she'd be like, oh, it's fine. You got plenty of time. But now when I tell a woman that, they're like, what are you, mentally retarded or something? Get away from me, you loser. Like, things have changed a little bit, you know. I'm trying to stay in shape as I get older. It's harder to do. I got a gym membership the other day. I got to tell you, working out when you're in your 40s is a bad idea. You know, I did 15 minutes of cardio, And like the last 2 weeks, I've been calling everyone I know that has a hydrocodone prescription. Like, hey man, I paid top dollar for one of them lower tabs. I did 15 push-ups. This shit hurts. But yeah. It's hard to stay in shape, you know. It's hard to keep the weight down when you get older. That's why I think I just want to get back on the Adderall diet. You know, like, dude, you lost 10 pounds in 3 days. How'd you do it? I don't know, but that methamphetamine is fucking magical. Yeah. A lot of, you know, people, I think, they're too connected to their phones, too, like, addicted to technology these days, you know? Like, for example, I went on a blind date the other day with this girl, and she was on her phone the whole time. I swear to God, I had to FaceTime her just to get her to make eye contact with me. You know, I was like, I'm down here. Oh. Dating's tough these days, you know, like, if you're single, it's going to be hard. Because, you know, everybody's on these, like, dating sites. You know, like, Tinder's the big one. You guys familiar with Tinder? You know? Just think about how strange it's going to be in 10 years from now when the kids are like, so how did you and mom meet? Well, we were looking for some kicks. We both swiped right. 9 months later, you showed up. Keeping the romance alive. I like to take my first date, so I like to take them to the movie theater, you know? Because it's a nice place to take a date. It's a nice test to see if she's going to work out for you. You know, like, for example, if she veers left to go straight to the movie, she's a keeper. But if she heads towards that snack bar, this shit is over. You know, this high maintenance isn't going to work out. $15 for a Coke. I've snorted Coke for cheaper than that, and it's way better. Just saying. You know, like I was saying, you know, I travel a lot, and it's hard, you know, like to eat healthy when you're out there on the road, you know, like Taco Bell and shit. They got breakfast now, which, by the way, is only a good idea if you enjoy shitting your pants on the way to work. Like, your boss calls, Matt, you're 30 minutes late. Where are you? I don't know, but the bacon gordita has struck again. And I know that, like, no matter what I do, I'm not ever going to be that great looking, you know? Like, I've just learned to accept it. It's never going to happen. That's why, like, sometimes I like to go to a Waffle House at 3 in the morning just to feel attractive. Like, no, I'm not hungry. I just wanted to look good for a minute. Like, in the real world, I'm not that great, but in there, I'm a solid 7.5. And if I go to the Baker County Walmart, man, I'm a solid 10. Hell yeah. It feels pretty good. I got a lot of downtime these days. I've been watching a lot of the TV. Big fan of the show Naked and Afraid. You guys seen that show before? That's all right. I don't think I would do very well at a show like that, but I would kick ass at a show called Afraid to Be Naked. I'm not taking my shirt off at the beach in front of the ladies. No, thank you. I don't know. I watch a lot of Netflix. Watch so much Netflix. Its latest recommendation was, dude, get a job. You've got to do more with your life than this. I like The Walking Dead. Any Walking Dead fans in here tonight? Okay then, all right. Well, for those of you that have never seen The Walking Dead, it's a fictional show about a group of people trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. And the thing is, I have to say probably the most fictional part of this show is the fact that they've been in Georgia for 9 years and still have not seen at least one zombie in a Waffle House uniform. You know what I'm saying? And the way I feel about it, if there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, then what better place than the South for this shit to happen, right? Because half those people, they don't have teeth anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they going to do? Like, gnaw on your elbow? Just throw an apple core in there. Trip. This shit's over. I don't know. I've always wanted to go on that show, Shark Tank. I've got an idea for hydrocodone Pop-Tarts. Think that'd be all right. You know, it's like a tasty breakfast, and it also, there goes my knee. Never mind. I'm trying some new shit. I don't even know what the punchline is. I should probably write it down before I try to say it. But I think that drugs, they get a bad reputation, especially pot. You know? Like, here's the deal with a pot, you know? Like, it gets a bad rep because it's like the gateway drug, right? But I think that's bullshit, man. I think the real gateway drug is Flintstones vitamins. You know? Because like you eat them and then like, you know, like you start getting like addicted to them things. I remember I was like 8 years old. Like I would wait for my mom to leave and I'd sneak up there and just start crushing up Dinos in the bathroom. You know, see kids at school like, hey man, how much for a Barney? Yeah. Anyways. I get recognized a lot. That's my favorite part about comedy. Sometimes you build up a fan base out there after a while, and that's my favorite part. Like, for example, the other day I was at a Denny's, and this lady recognized me. It was awesome. She came over and she said, hey, I don't mean to bother you while you're eating, but I'm a big fan of yours, and you make me laugh a lot and everything, and I was wondering if I could get a photo and an autograph. And I was like, absolutely, you know? And I was floored by this, so I took the time to take a picture with her. And then I signed the autograph, word for word, just how she asked, to Linda, peace and love, Adam Sandler. Like, that's not me, you know. I appreciate the sentiment and everything, but, you know, she was such a sweet lady. I didn't want to ruin the experience for her, so I just played along, you know. There's some high-quality H2O. Anyway, yeah. Ah, boy. Yes. I like Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I love the Halloween because you know you can be creative. You know, like go out. There's like no like agenda. You just dress up, and you know the candy is great. I still trick or treat. You know, and my mom found out I went last year, and she texted me and she's like, "Son, don't you think you're a little too old for these shenanigans?" You know what I'm saying? And it's dangerous. People spike the candy with drugs. You know. I said, you know what, Mom? That scare attack worked great when I was 8 years old. But as a grown man, free candy and free drugs sounds like a win-win situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Twizzlers are definitely my favorite candy. They taste good, and you can get creative with a Twizzler. Like if you bite the ends off, you can use it as a straw in your bourbon and Coke, or snort a line of cocaine, however you roll. You can't do that shit with Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Although I have taken a handful of Skittles and thrown in a glass of vodka and stir it up. It makes a tasty beverage. Though last time I did that, I had way too many. I woke up the next day and puked a rainbow. Just gave me an idea. Skittles and vodka. Re-taste the rainbow. Yeah. I think there's a lot of hype about it. I do believe that Bigfoot exists. Guys, I do. I think Bigfoot is real. I think he's out there. But I think the problem is he's insecure about the size of his feet, and he doesn't want to come out and hang out because he thinks we're picking on him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that, like, if we started calling him Big Dick, they'd be hanging out all the time. You know what I'm saying? There'd be a couple in the front row like, hey, I know you've heard about me. And guess what? Also not a myth. Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll get there. We'll get some laughs out of you one damn way or another. Yeah, this is the South, you know. And there's a lot of haunted houses down here, you know, they say. A lot of haunted houses. That's why I believe that somewhere on this planet has got to be a haunted trailer. You know what I'm saying? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, the new people move in, they're sleeping, it's all quiet, you know? And then out of nowhere, they just hear, hey, boo, y'all. Hey, y'all, I said boo now. Now, I know I don't seem spooky with this here accent, but when your hungry man dinner floats down the hallway, you're going to be shitting your britches, y'all. Hey, my name's Matt Watts, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Brian Thomas.
Matt Watts, everybody. Keep it going for him, Matt Watts. Yes. Halloween is also my favorite holiday. Halloween's my favorite holiday because it's one of the few times of the year I can buy lots and lots of candy without looking like a fat ass. That's also why I like Valentine's Day and Easter